Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shellcraft One and my old barn door, and I'm back working in the Lapbook. Excuse me, y'all bear with me. Today is actually the first day I've felt like working and doing a video. I have tried to answer messages and things like that, and I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. COVID is no joke, that's for sure. So if y'all can just bear with me. I have found that I've had a really hard time concentrating on doing very simple tasks. So I guess that's one of the, I don't know if it's one of the symptoms or not, but it's been a symptom for me. So anyways, I do believe in the last video, we finished up this portion of our journal, and I was going to show y'all. Let me just do this. I went ahead and added a piece of Velcro here and here, simply because this got so thick and chunky till it was having a hard time staying shut. So I thought if I added, if I just added that piece of vellum there, that would help it to stay closed. So the very next step in our Lapbook journal journey is going to be to add in the signatures. And I've already added one in just to kind of see how to do it and see how I wanted to do it. So I've added this one in here, and the signatures don't have pockets or anything. That's why I stuffed the all of these pockets full with things for whoever gets it. Then they can decorate the journal themselves with all of the goodies that are in here. So yeah, there's some really pretty pages. I'll just well, I won't do a flip through yet. I'll do a flip through in the final flip through. I'll do a flip through of the actual signature. So anyways, the way I did it was I tied it in, and that way when you get the journal and you finish, your journal portion of it, you can take it out and put another one in, or well, I'll show you in the next side. We're going to add a journal here as well. Let me make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. Let me just scoop some stuff up out of my way. I've got quite a bit of stuff on my desk here. So we're going to add a journal here, and I'm not going to add one here in the center because when you close this, you're going to need that room, for these to be able to touch each other, these two pieces here to be able to touch. And if you put a journal here, on the back spine, then you're going to have some severe bulk that's going to prevent you from being able to close your book. So if you put your journals on these two spines, then you're good to go. And I was going to do 2 signatures on this spine, but I just felt again like it might be too much bulk. So I decided, I made 4 signatures. And so I just decided that I'm just going to put one in, and then whoever buys the journal, they'll get the extra 2 signatures. So they'll already have some to swap out in their journal if they want to. So let's go ahead and get started with this part. And I'll show you how I did this. So basically, let me just show you here. Basically, I created another spine, and I tied the twine through that spine because the whole point was I wanted this to be removable. I wanted you to be able to pull it in and out if you wanted to. So I made another one. Here is my other spine, and basically all it is, this is a cereal box, and I just put some pretty paper on it and wrapped it around the edges so you couldn't see the edges. And then we're going to use this as our measurement to punch our holes. Okay, so basically I'm just going to make marks here where my holes need to go. So I'm just going to do one in the center here and one in the center here. Okay, so that's where we'll punch our holes, and I'm going to scoot this to the side, and we can bring in our crocodile, and I'm going to put it on the largest hole punch, and I'm just going to punch through real quick. So one for that side and one for that side, and then I have my eyelets here, and I'm just going to push my eyelet into the hole, and I'm going to go ahead and smush that one down, and then I'm going to put it in this hole. I think I need the bigger piece here. And smush that one down. Okay, maybe I didn't need the bigger piece. There we go. Let me turn it back around. I'm telling you, this crocodile does not love me. I don't know what the deal is, but I seem to fight with it. It works well, I guess, but I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't love me. So now we're going to take our twine and just get us a piece of twine, and we're going to tie it through. So I'm going to take it through the top part of this hole, and we're going to bring it back up through this hole. Okay, and I'm going to get a pretty good little piece. Because it can always be trimmed down, but if you don't get enough, then, you know, you're kind of in trouble. So I'm going to get a pretty good little bit of the twine, just so I can make sure that I do have enough. Okay, so we can scooch that out of the way. Okay, so now we need to pull our journal back over. And I'm going to go ahead and fill the back of this spine with Fabri-Tac. I'm using Fabri-Tac because this is going to be glued to fabric, and Fabri-Tac is, it's a faster grabbing glue, and I just kind of feel like it'll be a little stronger for this purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and just put my glue on here. Y'all bear with me because I am shaky still pretty weak. I'm telling y'all, I thought I had the flu. You know, you had the body aches, and oh my goodness, I literally felt like somebody had run me over with the Mack truck or been beat by a baseball bat. It was horrible. The pain that I had to take ibuprofen for the pain, and I am not one to take pain medication, so for me to take that was a big deal. And now my biggest complaint, I think, is other than the exhaustion, because I'm telling you, like, I slept for days. Like, I could not stay awake because I was so tired. And I'm still very, very tired. I just feel like I'm completely exhausted, like I have zero energy whatsoever. And yeah, it's not been a fun thing to go through. But my biggest complaint is, y'all, I'll tell you how sick I was. For 7 days, I didn't drink coffee. Literally. Could not drink coffee. And now I can't taste my coffee. So I'm very disheartened because y'all know my love for coffee. I mean, y'all know how much I love my coffee. And so for me to not be able to drink my coffee that's a big deal. Okay, so once we get all of our glue on here, then we're just going to lay this down in the spine here. And we're going to press down. And you want to make sure you press down really good in the center because that's where your twine is running through. And so you want to make sure you get a good grab from the glue, even with the twine in behind there. So, and you want to make sure that wherever you put it on your spine that it's not going to hinder your fold. I just need to scoot this over just a tad. There we go. And I kind of tug on the twine just to make sure it's taut underneath. And then I'm going to allow this a little while to dry and get a good grab before I add anything in here, because I just want to make sure that it stays in place where it needs to be. So now you could take a book and lay on top of this, or you know, you could take some clips and clip it down, which I think I might do. I think I'm going to just take some clips. I've got this big one, so I'm just going to take that and clip that right there. And let me grab another one. I have this one. I'm just going to take that and clip it right here. And we're just going to let that dry for a minute. So while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and attempt, if this will let me fold. I don't know if it's going to let me fold all the way. But we're going to go ahead and put our laces and things that we're going to put here. We're going to go ahead and put those down. So I'm trying to decide. I have this lace that I want to put here. And I have one for each side. Because you can still see my tape, my masking tape a little. But I always put a piece of lace or something anyways to kind of give it a more finished look. And so we'll put that piece there. And then I wanted a piece of this on the spine, a piece of this yo-yo snippet roll that my sweet friend Sarah made for me. So I was going to put a piece of that on the spine. And I'm going to put the tie underneath this so that it holds it down and it's actually attached to the book. But I want to tie it with some pretty lace. So I have this pretty vintage lace that I thought would make a great tie for it, because I wanted a wide tie. So let's go ahead and add this on here. I've left my Fabri-Tac open. Where's the lid to it? I think I'm going to try and use the other Fabri-Tac. It's got the smaller, whoops, I'm dropping things. Oh goodness. Well, I left that sitting upside down and it seeped out a little, but that's okay. I might need to clean my tip off. It's been I don't know, 11, 12 days since I've actually done anything in here, so everything's probably kind of dried and set up a little. So let's see. Okay, let's see if we can get this out. If not, I might have to do a little work on it. Okay, hang on, let me work on it. Okay, that's not going to cooperate, so we're just going to use this one. I'll have to just put some acetone in that one and kind of clean it up a little so it'll, I guess that's what happens when you don't use your supplies for a couple of weeks. I'm telling you, this is definitely not how I wanted to start my 2021, but I think there are a lot of things going on right now that nobody wants to start their 2021 that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay this down into here. We'll let that dry for just a second. I just didn't want to cover up as much of this as I could leave. I wanted to leave. Okay, so we got that one. Let's go ahead and flip it over and do this side. This side the glue's not showing through as bad. Not the glue, the tape. Goodness, my hands are weak. Sorry, guys. But yes, I have, I still can't taste my coffee. It's not fun. I am not happy about it. And it's so funny because I told Sunshine the other day, I said, you know, now that I'm starting to feel a little bit better, I'm kind of paranoid, you know, because I haven't got to clean house or anything in 2 weeks. I mean, just little bits here and there. Of course, I've done the dishwasher and things like that. But I told him, I said, I'm kind of, because I can't smell anything, I'm kind of paranoid that my house stinks. You know how you get that way. And I'm like, you know, so I'm spraying stuff and I'm burning candles and I'm, you know, cleaning with cleaners, and which, you know, it probably smells like bleach and alcohol because, and Lysol, because I have sprayed everything and, you know, tried to make sure that I'm not going to share any germs, which nobody has been to my house. My sweet, sweet Trinity has taken such good care of me. She's called me every single day, her and her friend, and they've both been, you know, how are you feeling? Is there anything we can get you? Do you need anything? Do you need us to go to the store for you? I mean, they've just been precious. So that has been definitely a blessing, that they have been taking such good care of us, even though, you know, they couldn't come in or anything. So she went and got me some soup and dropped it off on the porch, and some soup and some Pedialyte for Jeff. I can't drink it, but he can, and he gets dehydrated really easy because of his diabetes, and so you know, he has to make sure that he stays good and hydrated, and he can't drink Gatorade because of the diabetes, so the Pedialyte is what helps him. So, you know, because it doesn't have as much of a sugar content as the Gatorade has actually a lot of sugar in it. So anyways, they have just took the best care of us, and it has just been precious. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and, I'm going to pull off a length of this to tie with, because this is going to be our closure. And I like having a tie closure simply because, uh-oh, that one's in a piece. Is it going to give me enough to tie it? Let's see. Oh yeah, I think it will. I think it'll be plenty to tie it with. And even if you don't tie it in a bow, you know, you can tie it like that. I actually think I like that better anyway. Okay. Let me just feel of this and see if I've got a longer piece. Oh, I might have a longer piece. Let's just look at it and see real quick. That way, it gives us a little more to work with. Okay, I think this is the right side. Okay. Bring that through. And, okay, I think that's too much. Don't want too much. Okay. Alright, I think that'll work. And so what I want to do is I want to glue this here to the spine. So we're just going to put a little Fabri-Tac here. Alright, So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down and glue the and glue this to it, but I'm going to pause it while I do it, and that way we still have enough time on the video for us to finish our signature. So hang on for me. Let me get this glued down and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the yo-yo snippet on, and it has attached our tie. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim our lace. And then let's just see what it looks like tied up. I always tie everything backwards. Okay. And I like that. It's kind of a messy tie, but I think it'll be pretty on a bookshelf like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we've got our outside finished, and we just need to finish our signature and we'll be done. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I've left enough of this that, you know, if it needs to grow a little, it can, but you're not going to want it to grow too much, otherwise your book won't shut. Now, if you wanted to be able to put something here on these, then you'd want your spine to be a little bit wider. So generally, what I normally do is whatever width this spine is, I do these two spines to match that. So I think this is 4 inches, and so I did a 2-inch spine on each of these. Okay, so but if you wanted to do give yourself a little more room, you could, and do a little bit more width here so that you could add something here. But I think it's pretty just like it is. I may add something, you know, pretty to it to decorate it, but I probably won't, because I just like the look of this fabric. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm probably just going to leave it like it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how our spine is looking. Let me take these off. What I'm going to do is just come back in here and press down real good. I'm real funny about this. I just want to make sure this is not going to go anywhere. You know, I don't want my spine coming out and, you know, my journal falling apart. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more glue underneath here on the edges, because sometimes the edges don't grab as good as the center does. So let me do that and let it dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're good to go, and our spine is in, and I know this is a little long. We're going to trim it up once we tie our signature in, but I wanted to show you something real quick. So you can put your signature in, or if you wanted to, you could actually add in a composition notebook. You can decorate the cover, and of course I haven't decorated this one, but you can easily find the center of a composition notebook. And so all you would do is just open it up and slide it in, and then you just tie this in to the journal. So on one side, you could have your journal portion, and on the other side, you know, you could have a composition notebook or whatever other kind of a little book that you wanted. Hold on, guys, sneeze. Oh, sorry about that. But anyways, so you could have any other kind of book that you wanted in there, or you can put your signature in there. So I'm just trying to get this alcohol on my hands. I'm going to go ahead and take this out, because we're not going to actually tie this in. I just kind of wanted to show you that you can do something like that in there. So we're going to go ahead and take our signature and lay it down and tie it in. Okay, and you have lots of choices with your lap book. You know, lots of different things you can do with it. So it's pretty much whatever you want. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie that in if I can get my finger untangled. Okay. And then we have quite a bit left, so I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. Okay. And then I left the ties on the signature so that I could put charms. And I have a couple of charms, so I'll put those on. Hang on and let me put them on real quick. Okay, so I've got the charms on to the signature. And so there you have it. That is your signature in this side. And then your signature in this side. And then your journal closes up like this. And we tie it up. So there we have it. So we have finished our lap book. I know it probably felt like, my goodness, she is never going to finish this lap book. But we made it. So there you have it. There is our lap book. And I do still have, whoops. I still have to finish this one. Oh goodness. Oh, so sorry. I am kicking the camera. Sorry about that. Okay, let me just be still. Okay, so I still have to finish this one. But once I get this one finished, I'll do a flip through of both of them. I'll do a flip through video so that, you know, you can see both of them, and then I'll get them in the shop. It might take me just a little bit to get this one finished because, well, I really haven't done anything in it. I was going to try and do it while I was doing this one, but it just didn't work out that way. I just kind of concentrated on this one for the most part. So, but I will finish this one, and it will be more farm style, of course. This one's more vintage style. So anyways, that's our lap book. I hope y'all have enjoyed this series. I hope it hasn't been too long for you, and I hope it hasn't bored you stiff. I honestly don't think it has. I've had a good time doing it, and I hope that y'all have had just as good a time as I have doing our lap book. So that's what it looks like from the top, and so you have plenty of room for your signatures in there. And it looks pretty on a shelf, so you can put it on the shelf this way, you know, and this be the back so that you can see the pretty yo-yo spine. So anyways, please leave any comments or questions you have in the comment box below, and like and subscribe for me if you will, and be looking forward to our next series. I don't know what I'm going to dive into next. I'm still trying to recuperate, so hopefully, you know, there might be a couple of days where I don't have a video. I'm trying really, really hard to get some videos together for y'all. It's just, you know, it's a lot. Like, I'm really, really tired right now. So, and when I finish this video, I'm going to go take a rest. And so it's just kind of, I'm just having to work little bits at a time right now. So if y'all will bear with me, but I will try and get some more videos ASAP. And I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you so much. Big hugs.